All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday night call. I think some introductions are important. This is something I've kind of slacked on doing for a while now. And I think I realized it after last week's call, that introductions are important because we always have new consultants or new consultants to our Zooms popping on. And we have expanded this evening. We've expanded, and so I think that it's important we recognize and introduce that as well. So this call is a Tuesday night call for Superstar directors Andrea Hatch, myself, Melissa Gratz, Tammy Frazier, and Kelly Nowak. That is our family of teams, and extending well, what's the word I'm looking for? Extending come on, help me. We are also including Superstar director Anna Hughes and her amazing downline and team. And then, as always, we have other leaders that pop on this call on Tuesday nights. We welcome all of you, regardless of whose downline you are in. We welcome you, and we are so grateful that you are here. We have an amazing group of leaders. I will let you know just by looking at this screen that there are many Scentsy leaders in this call that participate in this Zoom. And so you are surrounded by consultants that have been with Scentsy for, I think Andrea's hitting 18 years. Tammy, and myself and Kelly have been around for 15, 16 years. And Anna, you are 11 years. And so we have consultants that have been here for quite some time. As most of you know, Scentsy's turning 20 this year. And to say that our OG, Andrea Hatch, has been here for 18 of the 20 is a pretty cool testament to how awesome this company is. So with that being said, before we tell you anything else, we're going to get into this mindset tonight so that we can take you where we want to take you. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a quick video. Some of you may have seen this before. Some of you, maybe you haven't. We have consultants, like I said, that joined last week that are on this call. We have consultants that have been around for the entirety of the story that you're about to see. But this is going to set the mood, taking us into tonight's call. So give me just 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. Oh, let's see. All right, here we go. Anna, you are on my screen, so give me a thumbs up when you see it and can hear it, okay? Can you see it? Don't do this to me. Hold on.
Orville was a serial entrepreneur our whole married life, and he would bring stuff home for me to sample all the time. And it was usually junk that I would throw into a pile and say, no, don't.
It had potential.
No, no. And so he called me from Utah. Hey, I found this product, and he tried to describe it to me, and I wasn't getting what he was saying. And so I just said, well, bring it home, I'll look at it. It is something you have to experience. And plugged it in, turned it on. First bar was banana nut bread,
Yeah, and I came home and I thought she was making banana bread. And so my first reaction of it actually being used in our home was surprise that, wow, this is a lot better than I thought it was. We were kicked in the teeth entrepreneurs at the time. I didn't think that I had the chance to keep it going. You know, I thought that I was done and I needed to go find a job somewhere. So when we found the product and she liked it, it was a surprise because most of the products she didn't like. So the fact that I came up with something or introduced something to her that she actually
loved, yeah.
I thought there might be some potential. But I was still trying to figure out in my mind how it was going to work, how we would be able to do it with all the debt we had, how we would be able to buy product, sell product, you know, all of the details of entrepreneurship. I was pretty nervous about privately. I told Heidi, we've got to go bankrupt. We're just hurting people. We're going to hurt more people if we don't stop this now. So let's, you know, our first losses are our least losses.
I'm going to cry.
And
it was tough.
So I got resolved that that was the best thing to do and went and talked to Heidi. And what did you say?
I said, heck no, we are not going to file bankruptcy because they put her name in the newspaper and everybody would know Orville and Heidi. And I said, we're going to swing for the fence and we're going to, gosh dang, swing hard.
Yep.
They bought the company, brought it back up here. My husband and I, we helped him unload the truck. And it was just a little pickup full of stuff. And we put it in the container, the huge container down there on the farm. Orville said, we got to make it ourselves. We have to make our own bars. He experimented and he started making the bars. And I would shrink wrap them and my husband would label them.
I still had to make a living, and so I went and I was selling ShamWows and car wax and, you know,
Junk.
things you see on late night TV.
Yeah.
So I had to make the product while I was doing the fairs and shows and send it to Heidi so that she could package it up and fulfill the orders.
I think I knew that I didn't want to sell it at fairs and shows. And so I just started researching and I came across the Direct Selling Association online. And it was 18 days between the day we brought all the product home and the day that the Direct Selling Association was having their annual meeting. So it was sometime in between May 1st and May 18th that I came across this and I said, you should go to this meeting. So we scraped together money for him to attend and he went and came home and said, we're gonna do direct selling.
I went to my sister's party, which was one of the first, if not the first, Scentsy party. And I fell in love with the product. The simplicity of it, the ability just to connect with the fragrances and memories. I had done direct sales before, but there was something about it that drew me to it. And so I signed up as a consultant from that party.
I saw it at a Christmas show and I fell in love. I saw this beautiful warmer that I wanted and the consultant said, why don't you get it for free? And I thought that was a great idea. So she asked me to host a party. I said I would love to. My party gave me enough Hostess product till June when I needed some more. And that's when I decided to sign up so I didn't have to track down the consultant to fill my orders.
In the beginning, there wasn't any marketing tools or anything for us as consultants. We had a little picture book that had photos in it. With Scentsy, like I said, it was the simplicity, the just being able to set up the warmers and let people smell the fragrances. And that was a complete and utterly different way I'd ever experienced a direct sales before.
We wanted to grow organically because Scentsy's a different company than most direct selling companies. And we grew slow, and it took 2 or 3 years to see that what we were doing was actually really spectacular.
Obviously, when Orville and Heidi first started the company, they didn't have any choice but to bootstrap. The initial and original consultants that we had saw what they were willing to do and what they were willing to personally sacrifice. And that created a very positive relationship between the consultants and between Orville and Heidi and the home office that I still think we benefit from today. As is often the case with Scentsy, we push things to keep up with the growth. And oftentimes that growth is just a little bit outpacing our ability to keep up with it. And that's certainly where we found ourselves in the fall of 2009. We knew, looking at the upcoming sales forecast in the upcoming month to 2 months as we went into our heaviest selling season, that the current software we had would not be able to keep up. It literally would have brought it to its knees, and the whole system was at risk of coming down. So we very aggressively, in anticipation of that, put together a new piece of software, and we launched it probably a month or two before it was completely baked and ready. And we had issues with it.
I came in the middle of it. I arrived at Scentsy on November 16th of 2009, and we were in the throes of some real challenges.
And our shipping department, we're not getting some of the back orders on the pick tickets correctly, meaning that back order item was dropping off.
There were hundreds of scathing emails about how horrible we were. And I get that, because these are people that are selling our products to customers.
Our shipping department and our packers and our stockers and our sorters really took orders manually via email, and they were working 24/7 basically to make sure that we still maintain the order fill rates that we needed to prior to the holiday.
When we make a mistake, we apologize. We hope never to make one that big again. But the first thing we do is say we're sorry, because we understand the position that puts our consultants in, and we don't want them being in that position.
You know, they say that every company has to pass a poverty test and get to success, and then they have to pass the prosperity test and live through success. This was our defining moment. I think the product was compelling to everybody, and there was a great desire to see it succeed. And they realized that it wasn't going to succeed without them helping us, because we were very open about the fact that we were in a pickle. And rather than fake it till we made it, we just were us. And I think that was a principle that is developed at Scentsy, you know, of authenticity, that started because there's really not a lot of faking when it comes to Heidi and I. We are who we are, and the fact that we were in a hole, the fact that we were on the brink of bankruptcy, we didn't hide that from anybody. And that, I think, gave people comfort to reach out and help.
Well, Orville is, like I said to me, I would do anything for Orville, and I also would do anything for Heidi. They're really, really good kids, and I just wanted them to have an opportunity and wanted them to be able to take care of their family.
You know, I get really emotional when I talk about what Scentsy's offered me. Oh gosh. You know, I would have never guessed that I would have this opportunity and I would be doing what I'm doing now. I'm a licensed hairdresser.
I love who I work for. I love who I work with. We've been extremely fortunate to be able to put together some very talented teams here. The consultants and working with consultants and seeing how they are changing their lives with the Scentsy opportunity and what it has done for them is inspiring every single day.
Watching consultants that were stay-at-home moms with very little education that now have these amazing teams and downlines and are these leaders. And it's about watching people within my own team that didn't think they had it in them to be the leaders that they are and feel pushed every day, but come in and do it, and watching them grow and develop into people that they never thought they could be. That's the Scentsy story to me. That's the magic in what we're doing. It's really helping people become better than they thought they could be without this.
Pick up a Cedar Point Summer Pass. Get unlimited visits through Labor Day and drive the sky on Top Thrill 2.
You close that.
Now that we're all choked up.
I can watch that, and I have seen that story 100 times. I've seen it 100 times. And every time it chokes me up. I don't think I've ever cried on the Tuesday night Zoom. So this might be a first. But to me, Scentsy is a feeling. It's not just a company. It's not just fragrance. It isn't just wax and warmers. It's a feeling. And it's a feeling because of the people that bring this company to life. It's all of you. You know, I went live yesterday on our team page and I said I was away at Superstar Director Summit last week, and tearing at me was being away from you guys. And I was there to learn more and to fill my cup and to bring home the excitement. And so much of me felt so pulled because I was away from all of you. You know, I was driving down the road today, and I was thinking, this was tonight. I was driving home from my kids' gymnastics, and I thought, I think about Scentsy in one way or another about 100 times a day. And it isn't about whose customer order I need to fulfill. It isn't about what is not getting done or what needs to be done, but I'm thinking about, you know, my leaders. You know, one of them lost a friend today, and I'm thinking of another leader who's, you know, trying to hit annual sales, and she's got it down to the wire, and she did just hit it in the last hour, Ginger. But in one way, shape, or form, I'm thinking of Scentsy. And to me, there is no greater feeling in the world. And all I want for all of you, and all we want for all of you, is to have that form of attachment to something that is greater than fragrance. There is so much more here than just a discount on your product, a commission check once a month, or some great smelling wax. This is a lifestyle. This is a family of people. This is a community. This is me being able to call Jackie's husband and say, help me in the car industry because your husband is the manager of a car dealership. This is me calling Mary Jane and saying, Mary Jane, my kids need a haircut because Mary Jane cuts hair. This is me leaning on Tammy and saying, Tammy, you are my sounding board when I lose my mind. I need you to rope me back in. And all of these people came into my life because of Scentsy. I did not know them outside of this. And so as I drive down the road and I think about how I think about Scentsy 100 times a day, and it's because of the people, and it's because of the experiences that I've been gifted in the last 16 years, it's all I want for you to have even an ounce of that passion and childlike wonder and excitement that I have after 16 years. All of this to say, this is taking us into what we will focus on in May. You have a training center you can log into 24 hours a day to learn tools and tactics and fundamentals and basics to tell you what to do to move product. But what we are here to do for the next 31 days is to create a feeling for you with Scentsy and in Scentsy, because you are not just a consultant with Scentsy, you belong here. You don't just have a seat at our table. We want you to show up at our table and say, this is what I bring. You matter. You damn matter. And those of you that have spent any amount of time with me or Tammy or Andrea or Anna or Robin or Aubrey or Amy Abdishan, doesn't matter what your title is. It doesn't matter how long you've been with Scentsy. Anyone that has spent any amount of time with these people can tell you they've made a difference. They've made a difference, and that what we do here is so much more than fragrance. And what keeps us here is so much more than fragrance and a discount and a commission check. So we are opening this up as inspiration over information in May. And our challenge to you, and we're going to go into this more because Anna has done an amazing job, an incredible job building out the best month that we will ever as a group have. And we're going to tell you about that. I get very passion fueled when you talk to me about Scentsy and Scentsy being a feeling. I want Tammy to talk to you about your why or anything that she has to say. And Andrea, I want you to give what Scentsy is to you beyond warmers and wax. And then Anna is going to, she can answer whatever she wants to, but then she's also going to show us our roadmap for the month. And before I turn it over to Tammy, I want to tell you that that video was made over 10 years ago. It is still relevant. And what is really, really amazing to see is that Heidi and Orville, still presidents and own Scentsy. Mark Stastny, still the chief marketing officer at Scentsy. Tab Compton is still the chief operating officer at Scentsy. Becky Priest, April Newble, they are both still consultants with Scentsy. Deanie Morehouse, who went with Orville to that DSA meeting in the very beginning to decide whether it was the right fit for Scentsy, Deanie is still a consultant with Scentsy. People don't stay at companies that suck. And you can't not suck unless you have a track record proving otherwise. We have something amazing here. Amazing here. In fact, Ginger just said tonight when she earned annual sales, she thanked a bunch of our group for cheering her on. And she made a comment and said, my friends in other companies cannot believe the amount that other consultants cheer for me. That doesn't happen anywhere else. And it certainly doesn't happen at their companies. That's what happens here because we don't care that we are consultants for new or old. We don't care if we have been doing this forever or not. We don't care if you live in Michigan or Idaho or Washington. It doesn't matter where you live. We want everyone to succeed and be their best selves. Tammy.
Wow, you took us to church. I don't even know what to say. That's absolutely amazing. It is, and you can feel the passion. Amazing. Talking about why, I mean, like Melissa said, I mean, we all joined for our reasons, whatever that was. You remember the day that you signed up, and the inspiration and the thoughts that you had, the endless possibilities that were there. They're still there. Even if they've got buried because of day-to-day life or whatever, they're still there. But outside of all of those whys, like Melissa said, the selling of the products, there's nothing that can replace our community. And I think that's what we want to show you. Because when times get hard, the things that will stay the constant are the community. And that's what keeps you here. The products are always great, but community keeps you here. And like she said, she alluded to the quote that we talked about today. Inclusion isn't just inviting someone to sit at your table, it's believing they belong there. And I can tell you from the bottom of our hearts, the leaders in this group believe that you belong here. And if we haven't shown that, or if you haven't felt that, trust me, we're going to make it our goal to make every single one of you feel that in the month of May, that you belong here, because we want you here. And from the bottom of our hearts, feel that you belong here and that you all have a seat at our table and we want you here. And so that's our goal. We can't wait to share because, like I said, we know that when times get tough, it's the community that counts above all else. I think we've shared enough over the years, the tools to sell, to recruit, to whatever. But it comes back to basics, and that's why we're here and what makes us stronger than any other direct selling company, any other business. It's our community. And I'm so excited to share Scentsy with you. I wouldn't have stayed here for this long, like you said, if it sucked. And I am so excited to share this with you guys. So thank you.
And something I forgot to mention is that you guys saw Alice Kalili Moku, Heidi's mom, in the video. Tammy, do you want to tell everybody who Alice was besides Heidi's mom?
Yeah, Alice was my superstar director. Yeah, that really made me tear up. I don't know how to go too much into our story, but my group is one that it's never happened to, probably will never happen again. When Alice passed away, I was a star director, and they had never encountered that before. And so they allowed us to make a decision, and that was to pick who we wanted to go under. And so my directors and I looked at who we connected with. We determined where we wanted to go, and we found this home. We connected with Melissa, and this is exactly where we needed to be. I can't imagine being anywhere else. And so, yeah, Alice was my first superstar director. So
Thank you. Thank you. Alice is for those of you that have seen or submitted letters for the Alice Kalili Moku Shining Star Award that's given out to one consultant every year at convention at SFR. The award has been named after Alice. And if you ever get the opportunity to visit home office, you don't even have to actually be invited there for an event. You can visit and schedule tours as a consultant. But if you ever have that opportunity in Idaho to go, Alice has a memorial garden outside of home office where they have, it's beautiful. But anyhow, okay. Thank you, Tammy. Rand, did you want to say what Scentsy is to you besides wax and warmers?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, I've learned a lot over the last, 17 and a half years, and I can't tell you the amount of stuff that I have learned just recently, which is really odd to say because being around for so long, but for whatever reason, this has just kind of been a real growth period for me. And especially during Superstar Director Summit, to me, this company has been so much more than just a company. I have found that the consultants are so willing. It's collaboration over competition. Every single one you could go to any single consultant and they are going to help you in any way. They're going to give you ideas. They're going to open up themselves and share. You don't find that in any other company. And that is what is so incredible about Scentsy. We are a family. We are there for each other and to help each other. And it has just been such an incredible feeling for me personally. And I know, like I say, this is a perfect example right here. Anna joining us and her group and her ideas and bringing those in is just going to make us just that much bigger and better. And it's such an incredible feeling. So I'm so blessed to be a part of this company and have every single one of you a part of this as well. So yeah, it's just that feeling of just like what Melissa was saying. It's more than just what you're seeing right now. This is so much bigger, and so thankful for every single one of you to be here.
I agree. Thank you, Rand. Your growth has been momentous, I will say. It's really cool when you attach Scentsy being the feeling and being about the people. When it's about the people. Because that is so much bigger than any promotion that runs or any new product that is launching, though we do get excited, don't we? But being able to scroll my Facebook feed and know Kristen because of Scentsy, but be cheering on her daughter on the basketball court. Or being able to watch and celebrate that Rach just graduated and got her degree, and we're celebrating her. It has nothing to do with Scentsy. That has nothing to do with Scentsy, and I am as proud of her and as happy for her as if she was my own kid. She's that young, she probably could be. But it's because of Scentsy, but it's not even about Scentsy. So Anna, will you give us what we are having them commit to? Will you take us home?
Yeah, I mean, as if you guys will jump in and trust me on this. I hope you will. I know we hear over and over, and Melissa said it earlier, inspiration over information, right? It's one of those things that my friend Jen Audette loves to say, inspiration over information. I want to be able to be part of you getting what you need to feel inspired in this business. And really in setting the stage for inspiration, it starts with mindset. And if your mindset isn't right, you can't take on that inspiration. So with that said, you're going to see this tomorrow morning, but we are going to start tomorrow with a May mindset makeover. Okay. It's what the mind believes, the business achieves. And
Hold it up one more time. I just made you big for everybody. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Now, every day you'll see a new post, and in the post you'll have a task to do, and the task will change every single day with the exception of something that's expected every day. And every day, my group did this morning. My group of directors did this morning. We want you to share your to-do list today in the comments. We want you to share what it is that your day is going to look like. I don't care if it's you've got a doctor's appointment and you're going to mow the lawn and you're going to drop off an order somewhere. It's Scentsy and it's non-Scentsy, because that's real life. And that's we want to acknowledge the fact that we are all real humans and we all have real jobs to do. So we want you to share your to-do list with us in the comments of every daily post. And then at the end of the day, we want you to come back and respond on your own comment with what you did accomplish during the day. And sometimes that doesn't always look like what you set out to do. Sometimes you end up getting other things done that you didn't plan on, which is great. Sometimes your only win was to get out of bed and get in the shower for the day. We don't care. We just want to be there with you along the way and acknowledge whatever small wins that you have. So you'll share your to-do list, you'll reflect on the day, and you'll have one other task that you need to complete with us. So you'll see those posts pop up every single day, all the way throughout the month. And we're hoping that you build some good habits along the way and you heal your heart and grow your mind all in the process. So there's that.
And just to eliminate maybe any outstanding questions that go along with this, the daily tasks are not Scentsy related. They are not asking you to book parties. They are not asking you to sponsor someone. They aren't asking you to sell 6 bars of wax. Not a single task for the day has anything to do with Scentsy, because we care about you more as a healthy human being than anything else. And when you are healthy, and when you are habit forming, and when you are consistent, everything else falls into place. Your sales will come. You will meet people. You will have an outlook on life that you have been missing. And so we truly are inspiring in May. And whatever happens, happens. But this is how we connect to one another. This is how we make our community stronger. And this is how we show that we care about you. It also holds us accountable to each other. If you notice, if you know anything about human relationships, we will always let ourselves down before we would let someone else down. And so a part of that is having you show up and say, here's what I'm setting out to do today. And at the end of the day, saying, here's what I was able to accomplish. And consistently building that habit of saying, you know what, I am good enough, and damn it, I will accomplish what I want to accomplish. And I have a team of people that are cheering me on to do so. Will you commit to the Mindset May makeover with us? Please. I will be there. Anna will be there. Tammy will be there. Rand will be there. We will be there. And you wouldn't be letting us down as much as you would be letting yourself down to not give yourself 31 days that you owe yourself. And sometimes it just takes somebody pushing you to make you focus on you. We're kicking it off tomorrow. We are excited about it. I can't wait to learn more about all of you. I can't wait to further build our relationships and deepen our bonds and really, really lean into the community that we offer here that you can't find many other places. So this will happen either on the Flash page or it will happen on the Together We Scent page. In both places that will happen. So whichever one you're a part of, that is where you participate. And then we will revisit with an freshed up topic. Freshed up, I like it. Freshed up. And another topic talking about mindset. And that will happen next Tuesday at the same time. Cool? Who's in? I love it. I love it. I should take a picture of all your hands up. I love it.